I've never got a vaccine before. Why would I get one now?
Don't you know about all the chemicals going into those vaccines? The government is trying to poison us.
Vaccines actually give you autism. I had it once and it's really bad.
If this is you or somebody that you know, then you're gonna want to watch this video. Hey there guys, I'm Jesse Crow, the traveling scientist, and after spending a year working in a vaccine laboratory, I'm here to share some bizarre but true facts about vaccines, so that by the end of this video, you'll know whether you should be getting immunized against the next trending virus. I also have a cheat sheet explaining just how vaccines work and answering a few frequently asked questions. That's in the description just below. You can download that now, it's totally free. And for all the research I did for this video, I used peer-reviewed journals, which I linked to in the description down below as well, just in case you want to do your own research. Maybe you don't trust me. Who cares? I'm just a scientist, right? Screw you guys. Vaccines often contain ingredients like mercury, formaldehyde, aluminium, antibiotics, gelatin, and even MSG, which sounds pretty messed up. But let me explain why those ingredients are used and how they can affect your health. Thimerosal is used as a preservative in vaccines to prevent bacterial or fungal contamination. It is metabolized in the body into ethyl mercury, which is rapidly broken down and excreted from the body. A vaccine with thimerosal in it usually contains about 50 micrograms per half ml dose. That's roughly the same amount of mercury that you would consume if you eat a 3-ounce can of tuna. And normally this is where I would eat the can of tuna to prove my point, but fun fact, I actually hate tuna. It tastes like cat food. Why would you eat that? Formaldehyde has been used for decades in vaccines to inactivate or kill viruses, ensuring that the vaccines can't make us sick. Now you might think formaldehyde equals poison, but it's actually naturally present in the environment and in our bodies. We breathe it in and out every day. And long-term exposure to high amounts of formaldehyde can be harmful, but the amount of formaldehyde found in vaccines is really small, just 0.02 milligrams per dose. Aluminium is used as an adjuvant in vaccines. An adjuvant is something that makes it more effective by triggering a stronger immune response. And aluminium has only been shown to harm people if absorbed in very high amounts. But like formaldehyde, aluminium is naturally all around us. It's the third most common naturally occurring element after oxygen and silicon, and it's found in trace amounts in the food we eat and the water we drink. And it's aluminium salt. It's not like they're injecting metal straight into your arm. It's like a grain of salt. We need salt to survive. We put salt on our food. Aluminium salts in vaccines really isn't a big deal. Antibiotics are used during production to prevent bacterial infection of vaccines, but there are no antibiotics in the final product. So you might be concerned if you have an allergy to antibiotics, but you don't need to be. During the purification steps of vaccine production, the antibiotics are removed, resulting in undetectable amounts in the final vaccine. Gelatin is sometimes used as a stabilizer, keeping vaccines effective in hot and cold environments. It's very rare, but it's possible that gelatin can cause an allergic reaction. It's about a 1 in 2 million chance, and if you're worried about it, you can opt for a vaccine that doesn't include gelatin. Finally, MSG is another preservative and stabilizer that keeps vaccines effective for the length of their shelf life. And the only reason you don't like this idea is because MSG has a bad reputation as being an unhealthy food additive. But decades of research have not found MSG to be dangerous. And again, the vaccine contains such a small amount, way less than you would get from eating a single Chinese takeaway meal. And if you have a serious concern about any of the ingredients that I just talked about, there's always alternative vaccines that contain different ingredients. You have options. Have you ever heard that vaccines cause autism? This all stems from a study published in 1998 by a surgeon called Andrew Wakefield, who suggested that the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine specifically was increasing autism in children. Now, it was published in The Lancet, which is a prestigious medical journal, so people thought it was true. That study has been completely discredited because it was poorly designed and inaccurately interpreted. Basically, it was a huge lie, and Andrew Wakefield lost his medical license, and The Lancet retracted that study and apologized for ever publishing it because they knew that it was wrong. Since then, several other major studies have been conducted, and none of them have found any link between vaccines and the likelihood of developing autism. Basically, autism is a genetic disease. It can't be influenced by an injection. It's impossible, and it just doesn't make sense. Vaccines don't make you sick, and there are three main types that I just want to discuss quickly. Inactivated vaccines are when the pathogen in the vaccine is dead. It can't come back to life and infect you. It's dead. Now, a live attenuated vaccine is not dead, but it's attenuated, meaning it's really weakened, so it can't cause any damage in your body. It's like sending a soldier into battle without any weapons. It's not going to do any damage, it's just going to get captured by your immune system. Finally, a recombinant vaccine doesn't even use a pathogen. It just uses something that looks like a pathogen to induce an immune response. So that definitely can't make you sick. So you get it. A vaccine against a disease cannot give you that disease. It's impossible. It doesn't happen. It's true, vaccines don't always protect you from catching a disease, but they do always help you. Even if you get immunized and then you still become infected, your body is better prepared to fight that disease, and you will fare much better than somebody else who didn't get the vaccine. Even if the vaccine isn't 100% effective, it will still reduce your chances of getting infected, going to hospital, and spreading that disease to other people. Wait, you've never gotten a vaccine and you've never been sick? That's incredible, good for you. But that doesn't mean that you will never get sick in the future. Maybe you've got a really good immune system, or maybe you just get really lucky. But over time, your immune system will naturally weaken, and eventually you will become infected with a disease that you could have been protected against. Just because you've never had a vaccine before, it's not really something to be proud of, and it's never too late to get your first vaccine. So if you want to protect yourself and the people that you love, maybe try getting one this year, or at least talk to your doctor about it. In conclusion, a lot of people are against vaccines, and that's okay, you're entitled to your own opinion. The point of this video is just to share information and facts so that you're informed when you're making decisions about getting vaccinations. And I think that most people are against getting vaccines because they feel that the risk outweighs the benefit. But I wanted to show you in this video that the risk is actually negligible. There is no risk with getting a vaccine. And the benefit is pretty good. It protects you from getting infected and reduces your chance of spreading infections to other people, which can lead to illness, hospitalizations, and even deaths. But ultimately, the decision is yours. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, click the like button down below. And if you have any questions about vaccines or you want to let me know how you feel about them, let me know in the comment section down below. Finally, next week's video is going to be all about boosting your immune system naturally. So make sure you subscribe for more awesome traveling science every single week, and I'll see you guys next Science Sunday. Cheers!